Mr. Miles Guo also predicts that the exchange rate between the CCP China's currency, the RMB, might spike to 3,000 RMB for only $1. Let's take a look at why Mr. Miles Guo said that, shall we? In the video, he said, when RMB is converted into the US dollar in the overseas market, RMB will depreciate dramatically because the dollar is in much higher demand. Why? Because it will happen when the world is devastated by a financial crisis. According to Mr. Miles Guo, in the video he mentions that Americans spend roughly $9 trillion a year into CP China. Rounding up, let's say $10 trillion. Why is the $10 trillion so important, Jackson?
Great question, Leica. Thank you very much. Let's take a deeper look, a closer look at the numbers, shall we? In the video clip, Mr. Miles Guo mentions that Xi Jinping, the president of CCP China, is well prepared to confiscate all of the US's asset in China, which is the $10 trillion, under these conditions, right? Number one, if the US dares to become involved when CCP attacks Taiwan. Number two, if the US imposes any financial sanctions on the CCP. Or number three, if the US kicks the CCP out of the WHO. Now, with that said, under these conditions, Xi will 100% retaliate, according to Mr. Miles Guo, and confiscate all the United States investment in China, which is the $10 trillion. So now the question becomes, what happens after the CCP confiscates all of the US's money, the $10 trillion worth of assets and monies? Well, Mr. Miles Guo said in the video that the RMB, CCP China's currency, will become abandoned by the international market when the world's financial crisis were to happen. He also mentions that the only countries that may still want to possibly do some business with RMB, which is CCP China's currency, could be Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Syria, Russia, Africa, and possibly Pakistan. So with that said, the RMB might still be able to last a little longer before completely collapsing. Now, Mr. Miles Guo in the video also mentions that the RMB to dollar exchange rate might only drop to, let's just say, 9-to-1 or 10-to-1 before a complete collapse. And the CCP, during that time, the CCP might say, hey, look, RMB is still doing okay. We're still strong. It's only 9 or possibly 10. Then bam, out of nowhere, almost overnight, the value of the RMB will fall off a cliff where to get $1, you may have to pay, according to Mr. Miles Guo, 100 RMB, 1,000 RMB, or even 3,000 in RMB for only $1.